Hello all, this is Dswank. I am in Space Engineers once again messing with my small grid ship. The load time is getting pretty immense. It took about 3 minutes with all the fun new updates, but it's running smooth once it loads in. Now, I have added a few more mods, and some people have asked me about me putting these modules that I'm putting together on the workshop. Now, I'm not against that. I'm just... that adds more pressure than I had intended. Alright, hell, okay, that actually works there. Okay, that one there. Okay, so I thought I said there. Alright, so I do have a mirroring going. Alright, the reason why I needed some mirroring going. Well, I wanted to work on the reactor system today. Well, I was thinking about it. I'm not entirely sure how much room I'm going to have for excess piping and things like that. Because I was going to wrap up the front of this today, or kind of angle the front together. But that'll make it easy because, well, I was planning on having this overlap from this area this way. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we have the measuring distance. Actually, since this has housing behind it, I have added a few more mods as well. This seems like the logical place for a little bit of heavy armor. Now, I know up and down mirroring. Let me make sure I did mirroring on this side correctly. Yes, I did. So, heavy armor and these panels covering the bedrooms, because odds are if they're not on the bridge reacting to things, they're going to be dealing with that. Now, something I've been considering is this top section, building it out of heavy armor. I don't know, but I've also been considering, because this area here, that's kind of the top of, and then we have this layer here. I've been considering having the top of the ship having a little bit of spaced armor here, and this like being the top of the ship up here. This line. So, let me get it kind of measured out a bit. And if that's the case, and I will rework that area over there in a bit. One of the things that I need to do is figure out how much space I have to the side. And I realize that this build now, this part is only going to be on top, but I can delete and copy this ramp down to the bottom. Or this ramp light segment. Now, the reason why I'm going ahead with the this angle here is because I'm going to go with the long ramps forward from here. And that's going to make the shape of the whole ship. Now, I'm thinking of, instead of alternating back and forth, doing this number. So I get a rough idea. Okay, and that was Elephant Crunch. We're going to be doing some Stellaris recording for later in the week, since no Sposs engineers. Alright, so this is kind of the shape. Now, one of the big things I was going to do was to give some sort of appearance of something here. Oh wait, this is even. Will that mesh? That'll mesh relatively well. But I kind of wanted... there. I can't put one in between. Just give it some decoration. And we can do the... we can modify that now. How? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That was much further. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's probably the best I can do. Now, I'm gonna put stuff in between, but this is just, like I said, rough measuring. So, I'm actually going to lift this area up. No. This is kind of... this is going to be interesting. Now, this... once I get this done, I will be able to figure out how much room I have for the reactors, and whether or not I have enough room to will I have to free build them or module build them? Some people have been asking in the comments whether or not I will release the modules on the workshop. And when I started, I can honestly say I did not have that intention. I did not intend to release these on the workshop. Maybe the full ship, but I never intended the modules. But obviously there's some interest if I am being asked that. So I may. I've got 6 already created. So I don't know. Is that a valid answer? Alright. There's that. Auto rotate crapola. Stop. Alright. So if we did that. Alright, so from this perspective, this will go all the way down. Everything above that will go all the way down. And I'm probably going to put something different there, but the wheels are just kind of a measuring device. If nothing else, the wheels are going there. I'm going to do something to give that area some more definition. I don't really know, but because I kind of originally I envisioned the wheels, the large ship wheels here, like 3 of them. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But again, like I said, this is just so I know how much room for the reactors. And boop. Alright. Let's see. Now, this is going to be somewhat more interesting because I'm not entirely sure with the angles how to do what I want to do here. Alright, and you, so I can do these. Alright. So we do you here. And this. I'm not sure if Space Engineer supports these angles. It's kind of why I'm kind of up in the air on it. Alright, and close that in, and that there. Alright. So if I do that and that, yeah, see, Space Engineers doesn't support the angles I need. Alright, so I mean, that one twisty would be nice. I mean, we don't have the bread pieces anymore. Probably because they didn't work quite right. But yeah. I think that's going to have to be the best I can do. That funky angle. It's there. I don't like it, but that's going to be the best I can do. Alright. And boom. There's that capped. Alright, so let's see. Just for measurement's sake, so I know where the lowest level is. See, it's starting to be built down here. Let's see. There we go. What's that? Alright. So I need to build the same shape over here. Right. There. And that piece there. And I have to do the same one over here. Right. No. Piece goes here. Meaning that gets deleted. Now, for this to look right, shouldn't I remove that as well? Yeah, out to that. Get this kind of sort of looking right. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and change this one. Guess it's gonna be bothering me. I may have to work that further back then. Okay, so pull you, pull you, pull you. So you get built across, then we'll do this. Okay. Build across. And we do this. Now over here, that extends, that these extend. That there. We have you here. And delete that. And then this. And then I'll do the same on this side once I'm done with my measurements. But this whole piece here can go away. Let's make this match. Alright. Down here, let's go ahead and do this down so I can finish off where I was working. And then this goes out to here, and then I can delete you all the way back. Okay, you get deleted, and then turn. There we go. Okay, so I am liking this overall. I'm dreading looking at the block count for this ship. But I'm going to before we sign off today. Alright, so nope, there. Do this. These. That. And that. So, pop this. And we can just kind of fill that in. Alright, so bring these across. And then figure out what to do. Mouse that down. Turn you. I just realized this thing is gonna... The way I was planning on going with it, with the thruster pack I was looking at putting on it, is going to look like a stretched Andorian cruiser from Enterprise. Okay, that's the roof, or the side. Okay, so the ceiling for the ship, the very top. Again, this is why I was dreading looking at block count. That was 2,000 blocks I just placed. There we go. So that's what the ceiling's gonna look like. And I didn't do it down below. So, the reactor stuff all has to fit in this space. And I need to come up with something because this is just a boring flat plane. So I'll have to come up with something to do across the top. But I'll save that till the very end. So, now the part that probably everybody's been waiting on, me figuring out how the reactors are going to work. So, well, I guess first things first. I put in a updated azimuth pack. So, I guess first things first, I need to figure out what reactor to use. Azimuth battery, azimuth fusion, reactor. I do want the assembler. Okay. Those will be fun to use, actually. So, reactor, launcher conveyor. So we've got fusion reactor, we've got reactor, we've got arc reactor, we've got V8 engine, which I'm putting down there more as a joke. I don't seriously expect to use that one. But who knows, I might. This is Space Engineers after all. Large reactor. Power blocks. Okay. Azimuth. So I've got reactor. Got all these large thrusters. Okay, fusion reactor. Okay, so tiny 6 ports. And I believe... Okay, and I put those in. So, I have tiny 6 port there. So, that's 3. I've got Space Engineers Vanilla. I've got the V8 engine. Oh, dear. I just realized I'm mirroring, aren't I? Yes. Let's delete that. Delete that. Okay, V8 engine. V8 engine with turbo. Neither of those are honestly things I'm considering seriously, but I might be able to work them in up here. Additional engines, but give some unique flair to it. I'm not going to use the turbo, but this, I might be able to, if it's not oriented this correctly, if you put it on a wall, and maybe built up the wall to cover up the exhaust pipe, maybe. And I just turned my dampeners off. Yay. Okay. Arc reactor. That'll give me plenty of power. Okay. 9. We've got the azimuth reactor, which by default I lean towards that one. However, it's going to be harder to plug reactor components in. And then the fusion reactors. And then, so fusion reactor. So, part of me would like to go with the vanilla and see what I can do. But another part, just because people want released on the workshop, but meh. I really dislike that one. That is going to be a piping nightmare. So we're down to these here. I think I'm going to use the arc reactors, but tuck them away, so they're not part of the display engines. So let's see what I can put together with this. If I put that there, okay, glows on the bottom. So if I did that, and then, oh, okay, ooh. So I could do that. We have a tiny there. And then do this. How's that look? Now let's see how tall it is so I can get a measurement. Okay. 2, 3. Okay, one standard module is 8. This is 6. So it would fit in a standard module size. So I could build a module around this. Concept. However, piping it together might turn into a pain unless I design it to plug in like on the side of these, and or placed on top of already existing modules. So and let's see, if I took you 2, thank you, we did that. So this is just hypothetically. So I'm going to be looking at it this way, I think. Like, here's the front. I'm going to build a framework hiding a lot of it. And okay. 2. Got to do some finagling to get that on. But once it's on, we can fix it up to where it works the way I'd like it. Okay, so... finagle. Alright, so I don't know what I was thinking, but I should have known this ahead of time. So if I did that... Okay, they should attach there, and I should be able to remove that. Put an actual pipe there. Do something like that, shape-wise. It gives us more reactors, makes it look different. More power. And I can do some... it looks different. That's all I can really say for it. So... turn that, twist, do that. Okay, how's that look for a primary reactor setup? Looks... I don't know. I don't know. I like the center core. I'm torn on the wings. Now, this is the base that I'm working with. I can modify it later. However, I have gone over my allotted time for this episode. So, well, it doesn't seem like much. We've put a lot of blocks on this thing. We've got kind of the overall shape for this section figured out. We're going to be... it's going to be coming down kind of in a point in the front and the back, kind of curved. And I will be mirroring it front to back as well for that, because that's going to be a lot of build. But I'm going to cut a segment out at the back for a long piece, and then down at the bottom, I'm thinking back. The bottom may actually only get the forward section created on it, because I may bring the curve down more on the bottom to put the cargo bay down here. Cargo bay further back and larger. So, we'll see. We'll see how the bottom on that works. Because this is definitely not enough room for the cargo bay I imagined. Double the height of it, and that's about the size of the cargo bay I pictured in my head. So, I've got to figure out that. But I've got the top done. And I've kind of got the side here done. It's enough that I can work with it when I get to the bottom. So, it gives me something to work with. And I actually need to stop working on this because I have... thank you, Windows key. I have other things I need to do today. So, things like bank and all sorts of being an adult. So, I will see you next time. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, let me know in all the usual ways. And I will see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.